Welcome to Lesson 39 of EFT Tapping with the Course in Miracles workbook. You can watch Lesson 1 for an overview description of how this all works. So Lesson 39, My Holiness is My Salvation. We are again sort of ramping things up with the practice periods, what we're asked to do, and the frequency of saying this multiple times per hour. So we will do one of the 4 or 5 minute practice periods actually during the tapping round. So as you do this video, you will have done one of those practice periods. And definitely reread this one if you haven't, as far as the text that accompanies this lesson. It's quite profound in a lot of the statements that are made. So let's jump into this, and I'm going to approach the setup this way. So tapping on the side of the hand, repeating after me. Even though this lesson is asking for quite a bit from me, to be present with my unloving thoughts for longer periods of time, and to stay more mindful of the lesson in many repetitions throughout the day. I may have some resistance to that. The lesson even says it might be difficult. So I choose to honor and accept where I'm at and open to the idea, my holiness is my salvation. Even though I may resist some of what is being asked of me today, it's okay. It's part of the process. We're even told this in the lesson. But I choose to take this on as best I can and be open to the idea. My holiness is my salvation. Even though this lesson has some pretty heavy ideas, that this is the way out of guilt, that guilt is hell, and holiness is the opposite. We're told we're not concerned with feats or logical toys, intellectual feats. So we're being asked not just to think or study, but to really put in some practice. And I may have some resistance to that. I choose to honor and accept right where I'm at, and to take on this practice as best I can. My holiness is my salvation. Okay, now through the points. My holiness is my salvation. I'm told this is the way out of hell. That guilt is hell. And that this is the opposite. That not only is it the salvation of the world, it's my salvation. I'm told that as I apply the exercises to the world I see, the whole world stands to benefit. I'm told my holiness is the answer to every question ever asked. And this is a profound statement. So this is probably worth taking on seriously. So now I will take on one of the practice periods. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be 5 minutes. Keep tapping. I will guide you through just reading the instructions and guiding through that while you can tap. So, let's start with the idea for today. You can close your eyes. Repeat it to yourself. My holiness is my salvation. And now, eyes closed, searching your thoughts without conscious selection, without undue emphasis on any one thought in particular. Search your mind for every thought that stands between you and your salvation. Apply the idea for each of them in this way. So, my unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. So keep tapping and you will just fill in the blank with whatever thought happens to be there. And if you are struggling to find a thought or feel overwhelmed, you can repeat the idea. That's an instruction we've gotten at different times. And you can also just intersperse different variations if something appeals to you. So you can change the language just suggested by the text. So, my unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. So keep tapping and you'll repeat after me, filling in that blank. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. And now if you want to try your own variation, as suggested, just see if anything comes to you. Repeating after me again. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. And my unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. Now repeating the idea again. My holiness is my salvation. Repeat after me. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? And let's ask that again. Keep tapping, which I love in this context. And let's actually just meditate on that question a bit. Just keep tapping and see what appears to you. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? And if I may take the liberty here, just experiment with feeling that. Because if you're a student of this text, you might say, well, yeah, it's said many times what the opposite is, but keep tapping, connecting to your body and seeing if you can feel into what the opposite experience might be. Okay, and open your eyes, and just repeating while you keep tapping. And I appreciate myself for doing this practice. I'm asked to do 3 more of these today. I actually can go longer here. I'm asked to do shorter practice periods, where I merely repeat the idea a few times. Possibly periods where I just relax. And I'm asked for 3 or 4 times an hour. Even more if possible. Repeat the idea, my holiness is my salvation. Asking that question, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? And if specific temptations arise, we can say, my holiness is my salvation from this. Okay, take a deep breath. Yeah, there's really a lot in that, right? I had a lot coming up. I mean, we're being asked to kind of meditate in the sense that we're holding focus on, a 5-minute interval. We're focusing on our unloving thoughts, giving voice to them. The statement, they're keeping me in hell, is not messing around here, right? And then asked to repeat this and ask that question many times per hour. So we're really being asked to put things into real practice such that this is becoming like a lifestyle, right? And this is the point where it can be like, oh, I just I just liked when I had to look at objects for 1 minute and say they don't mean anything. And now this is kind of stepping it up. And so if resistance, thoughts, different things come up, that's why I like incorporating the tapping with this. Hope this wasn't too long. Let me know your thoughts, questions, concerns, and appreciate being on this journey with you together. I will talk to you soon. Take care.